Hello. Hello and welcome to day 6 of 31 days of I Am Transformation. If you'd like to join over into the private chat room or the private community, you can join in at the Mighty Networks link that is in this description. Hello to those in the Zoom room. So I am multitasking. Let me get the live transcription going and all right, there we go. So welcome. So today we're going to focus on the I am statements that have to do with our spiritual body, our auric field, our ether, our etheric mind. So this is the esoteric part of ourselves. This is the extension. This is the energy aspect of ourselves. And this is a really vital component when we are doing I am statements to, again, since the very beginning, really recognizing that we are a spiritual being having a human experience, really allowing for all the conditioning, the coding, the memories, the traumas, the experiences that we have had as physical beings to become a little bit more separated so we can really feel our energy body, our spiritual body, creating and connecting. So this just said that my internet is not working. So let me turn my internet on Facebook and that might help. There we go. Okay, we're back on Facebook. I'm hoping this is all good in this realm. I'm on Zoom and everything seems to be going good, so hopefully it's working. Hey Taylor, hey Sandy. So I am also over in the Zoom space as well. If you'd like to hop over there, you're welcome to. If you want to stay in Facebook because it's easy, so be it. Awesome. So I really want to kind of sense. I don't want to feel. I want to use our senses. So in yesterday's session, we talked about creating like spidey senses for our emotional body. And so today I really want to use those senses, not in an emotional way though, but really pick up on our field, on our auric body, on our etheric body. I'd love for you to see I want to ask you a few questions and I want you to type them into the comments. So what color is your auric or spiritual body right now? Just take a moment. What color is your spiritual body? What texture or sensation is your spiritual body? And I want you to see if your spiritual body feels light or heavy. These are really important questions to be asking on a very regular basis of your spiritual body. And if it does feel very heavy or stagnant, or it feels kind of dark, I don't want you to judge this as good or bad. I don't want you to send out all these judgment aspects. I really want this to be a space of observation. And so if there is some aspects going on, I want to really see very clearly how So I want you to imagine going through with your hands and to use the power of your hands to really clear out and just all around your energy field, all around your etheric and your spiritual body. I would like for you to just clear the energy. You can imagine that there's a violet flame in your hands, like how I described in the Divine Masculine video this past week with the Magical Mothering Method. You can imagine that there's magnets in your hands just absorbing and attracting anything, the effluvia or those shadows or the darkness. You can use your hands, and anytime you find any vortexes, you can simply see if there are vortexes that are pulling out your energy or if they're vortexes that are putting in energy. And again, these are kind of just these questions that are not, there's not an answer for them except for what intuitively comes. So allowing for your body to feel that somebody's got a vortex going on right here, which is why I keep kind of, so if you've had some neck shoulder tightness, if you've had some stuff going on, there's a vortex right here. Maybe you've been having some mild pains or headaches going on. So I'm just reversing the vortex that is there and allowing for that space to expand and to open, so that life is going into that body, into that spiritual body, rather than being pulled out of it. So a lot of times when I'm working with spiritual bodies and individuals, and if you're interested in having a personal session, I'd highly recommend it. These are things that we can find in a one-on-one session, is really finding the entities that are attached and going through and just making sure that the spiritual body is not connected to any other beings except for the divine will. So, I'm feeling another one on the, let's see, that would be the left hip area. So if somebody's been having some left sided hip stuff, if you're not live, you may be watching the recording. So if you've been having some issues in the left hip, we're just going to remove those entities, remove that effluvia, that energy, all the way to an electron level. And I'm going to pull it out and just put it straight into the earth. Okay, so these are things that you can do for yourself. Be really mindful. I say this in a lot of my clearing videos and the Magical Mothering Method. Be really mindful that when you're clearing yourself and your energy body and your spiritual body, your auric field, that when you're throwing them into the earth, there's little creatures, there's bugs, there's all sorts of things. You could have animals, dogs and cats around you, children. Be really mindful to direct that energy only into the earth, and tell that energy you are only going to the earth, avoiding all creatures that are alive, having that intention so that your energy doesn't just go into another being and attach to that entity or that space, but it really goes into the earth, all the way into the earth's core or into her heart, where she can transmute it and then bring it back up through the layers, cleansed and rejuvenated. So I want to just sit. Does that feel different? Does everybody feel a little shift? Do you feel these aspects happening of this lightness that has occurred? Kind of move your neck around, move your shoulders. So I also want us to remember or to realize that with our spiritual body, a lot of times if we're living in our physical, mental, or emotional body all the time, we really begin to pull in very tightly our auric field or our spiritual body. And this is something that we really want to make sure that is extended, expand, 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 all the way so that we can feel the divine will, the will of the divine, the will of the God, Goddess, the ascended masters. We can really allow for that clear divine will coming into our spiritual body, and then having the spiritual body being that first layer. So it then goes into the emotional layer. It goes then into the mental layer. It goes then into the physical layer. And so we want to really I am allowing for my spiritual body to be a filter for my mental, emotional, and physical body. I am allowing my spiritual, etheric, auric body to be a filter for my physical, mental, and emotional body. I am my spiritual body. I am a spiritual being. I am noticing and creating and actively aware of my auric or spiritual body. I am allowing my spiritual body to connect with the spiritual bodies of others in a way that is not draining, in a way that is refreshing and rejuvenating. I am allowing my spiritual body to pick up on cues and insights and possibilities from everything around me, because everything around me is the divine. Everything around me has an energy blueprint that originated in the divine blueprint. When we realize that our energy body really is that oneness with everything and everyone around us, it's a really powerful way to start shifting our mindsets. When we realize that there's no separation from our spiritual body to the plant spiritual body, to the rock spiritual body, to the bugs, to our plant, to our animals, to our partners, to our children, our spiritual bodies integrate and are fluid with everything around us. And so really recognizing that this is a powerful way to create drastic transformation, not only in our own lives, anytime we're feeling maybe not so fresh or new, or maybe we're feeling stagnant, go out and allow your spiritual body to connect with the new sprouts that are coming up right now all over because of spring, and allow for your energy body to connect with that energy of new growth, of rejuvenation, of energy, of pure photosynthesis light from the sun. So there's ways of really igniting and recharging and allowing. So today the exercise is really being present with your auric field, with your spiritual body. Allowing for yourself to feel this expansion, and then to bring your spiritual body in tight and close. And then allow for that expansion to happen and to bring it in nice and close, and kind of play with this aspect of being one with your spiritual body, being one with that divine ability to connect and go into the oneness whenever you desire. That this isn't something outside of yourself, going on a shamanic journey or meditating. These are all ways that our spiritual bodies really allow for that connection to the ethers. And so, but you can do that anytime. You can do that washing the dishes, getting into this space of being completely one with the water and the plate and the soap and the sponge, and connecting with this oneness that you are a spiritual being able to connect with everything around you. So know that you don't have to have time to do this. This isn't a matter of, I don't have any time. This can be done in any and all aspects of our lives. So I'm excited to hear your feedback. I did leave the private community URL. It's magical-mothering.mn.co. If you'd like to join into that private community that I've been mentioning the past few days, where we are continuing the conversations over there and really creating, it's amazing. It's just an amazing sacred space there right now, where people can be a little bit more vulnerable. There is the Zoom link there, and it's really fun being in community with you guys over these next few days that we get to do this. So peace and blessings, and I look forward to seeing you all tomorrow. Goodbye. Post. All right. Hello, Lindsay. All right, so I am going to end the Zoom. I hope you are blessed, and I hope you have an absolutely magical and amazing day. Goodbye.